Hello, I'm Grubfist. Welcome back to my Avowed Let's Play. I didn't have to cut the music this time because it cut out on its own, and I got, I got this introduction timed well enough to avoid that. Anyways, last time I found a plot by, of course, Inquisitor Ludwig. Um, One of the rangers was a traitor and was trying to ready the area for their takeover, the Steel Garrote's takeover. And that is the thing we wanted to fuck up. We finally found it, and we knew they were up to something since we found them under the waterfall. And there it was. So we helped them. We helped the rangers catch the traitor, even though that could, in theory, be seen as being a traitor to our people. Because, quite frankly, I don't like the fucking cloak and dagger bullshit. The music has come back. Let me press continue. I don't like the cloak and dagger bullshit. I think dominating people through diplomacy should involve diplomacy and an actual strong position to offer, and not us weakening their positioning.
Oh, it's you.
Anyways, they're a decent rebel. Huh. What are they doing up here?
Leave me alone, all right? I'm not looking for trouble.
All right. Interesting. Yeah, so we did speak to some rebels. I think that might have been last time too. But I promised to bring trade to Paradise and make the citizens of Paradise have a better life. And I actually got really hung up on the wording of something because I misinterpreted it. But I've got that down on my notepad here. Promised trade to the sensible rebels. And we killed the ones that thought it was okay to be bandits. And we were coming back to turn in the dragon heart here. That's what we were doing.
Even if we want to stop them, we may not be able to.
I'm Valiant. It's the principle of the thing.
Ado,
Oh no!
we will catch more.
That guy's making me, that Ado guy's making me think of the, oh, it's you and old Manawi from Greedfall. Okay. Can I just put the thing in the thing?
You have the heart. Excellent. You have the heart. Excellent.
Alright, well, he's not sapping me. Sparkly.
For an Adiran, you're very resourceful. And a more than capable companion for poor Giatta.
Alright. I assume you have everything you need for your research?
There's only one way to find out. Now that I've got the heart, my thirsty invention will drink deeply of its essence.
That's a weird way
All
to
that's
put
left
it.
to do is calibrate it. Yeah, first things first. Let's have a look at your soul. I'm going to ask some questions to induce a metaphysical quiver.
Weird.
No, not to worry, just testing your reflexes. Let's start with an easy one. You wake up on a beach, looking up into the sun. Your hands are covered in blood.
That's not a question. That's a hypothetical situation. I find an authority and figure out what happened.
All right. Let's try some word association. Tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Pendulum.
Clock.
Chrysalis.
Kerrigan. Transformation, I guess.
Spark ignites a flame. An idea ignites a war.
Hello? You still with me?
That was the voice in my head, the entity tethered to my soul.
Good. We're getting somewhere. Hey, let's go over your results. Your soul is like a piece of sea glass. All the edges are smoothed down. Quite beautiful, really.
Very
Your
appropriate.
godlike nature is a marvel to behold.
Very appropriate for such a fancy lad. The Watcher in Paradise told me there's a thorn in my soul.
Not to besmirch a colleague, but Watchers aren't the most reliable sources. What I see is something entangled about your soul. An outside presence that both is and isn't a part of you. It's old, dark, and rather tricky to pin down. Very interesting.
I need to trace it back to the source.
That would be closer to Giatta's area of
Because
expertise.
I have a feeling it has something to do with the dream
I'm sure
scourge.
she'd love to give you a look. Fascinating. Thank you for getting my machine calibrated again. But you came for Giatta's theory of the dream scourge. Between the two of us, she's on to something. Our farms are in great peril.
Well, that last statement is
Essence
just
has
obvious.
been drained from the land. Diverted. Like the flow of a river.
Oh. That essence has to go somewhere.
Exactly. And if I know Essence, it can't have gone too far. All I can tell you is keep looking. You'll find what you're after. As much as I hate giving people bad news, that's all I have. Please give Giatta my fondest regards.
Okay.
looking, huh?
That was interesting.
I'm getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
Yeah, I'll be honest. He lost me when he started talking about souls. What did I miss?
Not a whole lot. We're still just getting bits and pieces of useful information rather than any real useful information. He just yells from so far away. Alright, look, we'll sell you stuff again. Fine.
Welcome back. Care to take a look around?
Show me your wares. Let's see. Load soon. That was that mace he was talking about last time. Buy. Oh. I'm doing that thing where I only buy one again. Thinking I'm... There we go. Like, I'm spending the most money on these Adra things. But, I think that's okay. I mean, I've found some things that I really like, and I'm just trying to make use of them. Painter's brush. Work of the Warrior King. Trenton family gauntlets. Family greaves. The greaves were nice. That's right. Yeah, I don't like 10% chance stuff. Honestly, not a huge fan of the critical hit chance on the wolf gloves. I only have them for the dexterity. Arcanist boots. Honestly, those are like very similar. I should put those in the chest. I shouldn't sell those. I should put them in the chest. There, this is what we're looking for. Fine stuff. It's good money. Instead of breaking it down for the materials, it feels much better to sell it and then use those materials, and then use the money to buy materials, you know? And everything? I think that's everything that we care to sell. Let me go ahead. Oh, I forgot to sell the exceptional dagger. Okay, because it was purple, I guess. It didn't stand out to me. We'll stash that because it's mage stuff. We'll stash that. We'll stash that. All of those are like things I feel like I might want to use, but like I haven't.
Welcome back.
I've kind of decided
Care to
against
take
them
a
for
look
now, and I feel like in the right conditions, I might change my mind. Okay, let's sell the exceptional dagger. There we go. Auto. Which I think, I want to say last time I spoke to that guy, the little thingy said that Otto means friend, so I don't mind just, you know, just like saying it. Alright, you pack up your stuff.
Are you as excited to get started as I am? Because I'm very excited.
Sure. I met with all of the animancers.
Good timing. I'm about ready to get started. So, did you learn anything of particular interest?
There's a lot of physics on her necklace. Older and stranger than we thought. I mean... let's say this. This was really the crux of it. I mean, I feel like it being older and stranger than we thought isn't that bizarre. I think it's something old that has in some way been corrupted and is tied to the voice in our head. And so the disease is kind of new, but the source is not. That's my theory. Something is draining life from your farms, however. This is new information. Draining essence from farms.
And why? It's almost like something is lashing out, defending itself. Look at us. Barely even started, and already we're making progress. Monto's machine is working, Elia will keep an eye on her revenants, and Yvette and Remy are providing us an alibi.
Okay. We're studying the Dream Scourge or planning a heist?
Under the circumstances, the two are not so different.
I see.
I needed those animancers for more than their expertise. Monto's invention nullifies spiritual interference. Having it up and running means we won't get any false signals.
Okay.
Whenever I tap into an Adra pillar, Elia's farmhands tend to get a little bitey. Thanks to you, they won't be a problem. And then there's Yvette and Remy, the governor's eyes and ears. In exchange for privacy, I gave them a test subject. I'd call that a good day's work.
Alright, I hope their expertise was helpful as well.
Absolutely. I wanted to see the Dream Scourge through different perspectives. Thanks to you, I have.
Very well.
Now we just need the right equipment for the job. When
What is
my
the
parents
job?
died, they left me their life's work. An invention like no other. The phantasmal focus.
Phantasmal focus?
Think of it as a spiritual tuning fork, or a dowsing rod. It has many functions, some more obvious than others. The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there since the accident. Since they died.
I'm sure everything's fine. It's just a spooky death basement.
I would get
An
it myself,
animancer's
but
spooky death
I'm
basement.
not ready to face what's down there.
Is what's down there some horrible monster built out of the souls of your parents? Because I've heard some fucking stories about animators. What's down there?
Terrible mistake. The door to the basement is just outside.
Cool, that...
Around the corner. Of course you'll need a key. Please excuse the mess.
Cool. A terrible mistake really helps me plan my battle strategy and know what dangers lurk there.
I don't go into the lab anymore.
Alright, well she's not... We're not getting more details out of her.
That's where her parents died. I'm glad we can spare her from having to go back.
Okay, walking into the basement of an animancer I just met. Right, feels great.
Oh boy, who's ready for mankind horrors beyond our comprehension? Or man-made horrors beyond our comprehension here.
Don't know what I expected, but this isn't it.
Yeah, not very basement-y.
From the blight. Who grows here?
Fitting that we know the god of cycles, doorways, mortality, and inevitability is Barath, while the Valians know this very same god as Serono. Or if nothing else, Barath teaches us that duality exists in all things. There is life and death and life. Embrace this duality and you honor Barath. In the ruins Air Glanfath, Barath is depicted in the form of two semi-skeletal figures, one male, one female, Bunani Anku and Anku Bunan, literally life and death and life, in the Glanfathan tongue. Male and female, inside and outside, life and death. We often think of Barath by imagining two sides of a coin or the two endpoints of a journey. It's said that Barath has the most petitioners of every god, and this is likely true. Amongst us has not prayed for the cycle to hiccup, who has not, in a moment of sadness, yelled at Barath to make an exception for our fallen loved ones. Barath may not rescue our loved ones, but it answers our prayers in its own divine way. Barath is the god that makes life end in death. He's also the god that makes death end in life. Barath, Serono, Bunani, Anku, Bunan, whichever of the names you prefer to use, not those last two, because I don't know how to pronounce them, deserves our prayers, for it has given us the promise of life's eternal renewal. Very good. Archer Castell's will. To Giatta I leave my mother's amulet. The only piece of the Valium relics I took from home. It's a very big amulet. The one condition is that she wear it as a reminder that we all come from somewhere. May she find comfort in a chain that binds the present to the past. I leave her also the house, the laboratory, and our inventions. Yes, all of them. With no conditions or expectations to weigh her down. Forgive us. Cordella Castell's will. Archer insists I write something down in case the worst should come to pass. What inheritance do I have to offer? What legacy do I leave? I took no possessions from the homeland. I own nothing but my ambition and my mistakes. Ink is blotched as if someone tapped their quill on the parchment several times before continuing. To Giatta I leave my unshakable resolve, the determination to see her plans through to the bitter end, and the presence of mind to remember what is important. Better have all of my best qualities. Should the experiment fail, I won't need them anymore. Not where I'm going. Gift-bearer of Andra is traveling along the road when she meets a bandit tears holding a scrap of parchment. Why do you weep? Asks the gift-bearer. I hold here a letter from my wife. I tried to be a good husband, but the letter says that I was not, and that she has gone to seek the company of a better man. Now this is all that remains of her. Give the letter to me, then, says the gift-bearer. For once you have forgotten the letter, your wife can cause you no further pain. The man gives her the letter and finds his tears have dried up. He thanks the gift-bearer and leaves at peace. The gift-bearer continues on, contemplating the man's story, but does not get far before she encounters an old woman in tears holding a string of beads. How do you weep? Asked the gift-bearer. I hold here a string of beads that counted the years of my daughter's life. Sickness took her while she was still a child, and she was denied the joys of a full life, and I the joys of a mother. This is all that remains of her. Give the beads to me, then, says the gift-bearer, for once you have forgotten the beads, your daughter can truly rest. The old woman gives her the beads, and finds her grief no longer gnaws at her soul. She thanks the gift-bearer and leaves at peace. Thinking on the woman's pain, the gift-bearer follows the road until she reaches the sea. In her hands she carries the letter and the beads. They are light in her hands, but heavy upon her heart, and she is crying. She prays to Andra to allow the objects to be forgotten, casts them into the water, and yet, long after they have sunk beneath the waves, the gift-bearer finds herself still weeping. Merciful Andra, please the gift-bearer, in your service I have helped people forget their troubles, yet though I pass them on to you, I feel them still as though they were mine. How can this be? The gift-bearer listens to the wisdom of the crashing waves until she understands to feel the troubles of others in your soul is a burden itself. However, she has no token to give to Andra to bear it away, for the troubles are not hers to forget. I give myself to you then, says the gift-bearer, for once I am in your care, no memory may haunt me, and with it the tide comes in forth and embraces the gift-bearer, and when it ebbs she is gone. I wonder how big of a problem that is amongst those gift-bearers. Archer Castell's journal, huh? Cordella's right, of course. We could refine the phantasmal focus for the rest of our lives, or we could put it to good use. So why do I have such doubts? Our plan has always been to tinker with the natural order. Nature is not orderly in the living lands. If we poke too hard at nature, who's to say something else won't poke back at us? Run that by me again. Alright. My friends, you spend too much time in the privacy of your lab. I know that words were exchanged and more than one ego was bruised after an incident at the workshop, but the damage is superficial. Our community is ready to welcome you back with open arms. For the moment I am seeing to Giatta's education, but I urge you to give her the attention she deserves. She is a promising young woman in a difficult and influential time of her life, and she needs the counsel of her family now more than ever. From Quilici. Alright. Is it time for more books, or is it time for horrors? There are a few more books around here. Ha! Well, the stories of all the gods, no doubt one of the most charming is the legend of Abaddon's hands. In some cultures, Abaddon's hands are tiny, cheerful creatures that hide in the walls and the cracks between paving stones. In others, they are silent men of stone who roam distant lands. In all such tales, however, they are Abaddon's constructs, built in his image to continue his good work of creating strong and wondrous things in this world. Thus, upon spying a mighty mountain peak, or a row of Adra pillars, or another natural marvel, parents and nursemaids will tell young children that these are the work of Abaddon's hands. Such is the appeal of Abaddon as a deity, as it is through his legend that we recognize familiar shapes in the natural world. Thus, when we see a landform that resembles a colonnade, or an arched gate, or a mighty home, we see a hand and a purpose at work that is not unlike our own. While Abaddon's own identity as a construct is alienating to some, to many of us his crude yet practical shape is comforting. While the other gods take the form of birds, beasts, and sea, Abaddon takes the shape of our most common tools and constructions. His debasement in a body of iron elevates our own works and labors and offers us a grand hope, for if a god could rebuild himself out of iron, what wonders might Kith create with their own hands? Alright. The device should not work, and yet it does. Therein lies the problem. Theory and reality are in conflict, and to succeed without comprehension is worse than failure. I have learned nothing, and can assume nothing about the limitations of this invention, which frightens me almost as much as Cordella's insistence that we keep going, which means this is Arter. All I know is that the device has tapped into something. I believed it was the essence of the living lands. What if I'm wrong? What if its several paragraphs have been violently scoured from the page? Have we transgressed so far into the unknowable that we are blind to the grave we dug ourselves? I must make preparations for Giatta's future. Archer, do you have everything you need? After Cordella's outburst at the workshop, they say she retreated into her private lab, which is perfectly fine, but I worry about you and little Giatta. Let me know if you need anything, even if it's just to talk. I understand your research has made some ambitious strides. Good for you both. When you're ready to surface again, we have a game of Hazatoha to finish. I'll keep the pieces warm. Maxim Vidaro, Governor of Fior, Miss Averno. Cordella Castell's General Archer has been quiet lately, so I know he's worried about the experiment. He thinks the island will object to our interference, and as if such a thing were even possible. Clearly, our daughter is cut from my side of the family. I can't wait to teach her everything we've learned. With any luck, Giatta will be as wild and audacious as the forces at play around her. Alright, so Archer was the careful one, and Cordella was the ambitious one, I guess. What's this? Hidden letter. Cordella. Think of animancy as a lantern in the night. The weak flame sputters, offers a mere glimpse of the cold emptiness beyond. Just enough light to wander a few steps ahead and then scamper back to the safety of home. The time has come for you to take your lantern deeper into the night. Even if you vanish into a place where none dare follow, imagine how much farther your daughter can go with you lighting her path. Heed our advice. When the phantasmal focus is ready, do not hesitate. Animancy is a mere lantern, but you have invented a lighthouse. We suggest you use it. Your old friends, signed with a crooked drawing of an eye and multicolored ink. Alright, rainbow eye people, sure.
I feel pretty certain that those people aren't supposed to be plants.
What a horrific fate.
Beauty reborn. A life of peace.
Of course you like it, and if you like it, I don't. Martyr and Cordilla, I presume. The phantasmal focus, it looks like there was a blast. Where it is. Hello? You're holding a teacup. What about you? You almost seem like you were shielding your eyes a little. But not really. I don't know, I can't really make out that pose. Yeah, almost like you were shielding your eyes from something below you, like something bright. Which would make sense if there's a scorch mark on the ground. And we've got the fucking mushrooms. Alright.
Gods. We can leave now, right?
Poor Giatta. To think she's been living with this right under her nose.
Did you pour something on it? Is that what happened? Broke out. It also is reminiscent of those overgrown buildings.
I don't. Anyone know what happened back there?
I think those were Giatta's parents, or whatever's left of them.
So they're dead?
Or something like that.
Gods, I can't believe this.
Some weird shit, that's for sure. But a lot less, close that door. A lot less, attacky than I was expecting.
You're back. You found it. You actually found my inheritance. Did you see my mother and father? Are they still there?
Whatever I saw down there is your business. We don't need to discuss it.
For the time being, that would be best. With the phantasmal focus, I can finally tap directly into the essence of the living lands. I can also use it to smack around anyone who gets in our way.
Want to use that thing as a weapon?
Don't worry. It's more durable than it looks. Kind of like me. The only thing we're missing now is an Adra pillar. And I know the perfect one. Naku Tedek. The old godless ruin west of Fior. There should be some equipment waiting for us.
We can always use the Adra pillar in the workshop.
That rugged thing? It's as dry as a bone. Hardly any essence left. Even if it wasn't, I'm not exactly welcome in the workshop these days.
Alright, well then, let's be off.
Before we head out, let's make the most of our time in Fior. No telling how long we'll be gone. And I hate to be a problem, but I do my best work in small groups. Chalk it up to performance anxiety.
Who do we want to send back? Marius, I think.
Sounds good. I need to do some hunting anyway.
Yeah, I figure you got
Once
some
we're all
chores.
together, we should trade ghost
Tasks
stories.
you want to do.
Best way to get acquainted. In the meantime, let's be off.
Giatta uses animacy to understand the world around her. While the science of souls remains controversial, she believes the untapped essence of the living lands can and should be put to good use. She wants to prove her convictions by supporting the party in battle. Armed with the phantasmal focus, she draws on the spiritual currents of the living lands to heal and defend her friends. Giatta calls forth an invigorating wave of energy that heals allies by 25% of their maximum health, and Spectral Jolt in order Giatta to empower and activate essence generators. Neat! Handy! Alright, she's got 5 points, so let's see what moves she's got. Purification, that's the big heal. She starts with that. Barrier, all allies a shield that provides temporary health. Interesting. Acceleration increases the move speed and attack speed of all allies for 15 seconds. I like the sound of that. I like being fast. Increase the duration. Ooh. Okay, so I like extended acceleration. I like time shift as well. Reconstruction. Because attacks heal all allies by a small amount. That's really handy. Let's go ahead and take that. We like passive healing. Increases the healing granted to allies below 20% health. Reconstruction grants temporary health to allies that are already at maximum health. Reconstruction revives incapacitated allies when Giatta kills an enemy. Let's get acceleration and time shift. And extended acceleration. And let's do the boosted essence. There we go. Very good, very good. Alright, so it looks like Marius was affected by seeing that shit.
There's an envoy from Adir among us in Fior. Please give them a warm welcome.
Oh, that's very nice. Ooh. Okay, so there's...
What I'm doing is best for the Argrunen, even if they don't see that yet.
Affordable, reliable, and verifiable.
You return! Have you visited all 3 grave sites?
I have. Encountered angry spirits while placing the offerings. Any idea why?
You fought them? The spirit's anguish must be driving them mad, the poor dears.
Well, they should rest easily now.
Thank you for helping the dead to rest, my friend. You have done Fior a great service. Now, will you stand and pray with me?
Sure. Whatever.
May you walk the path safely, always a step ahead of the pallid night and her toll. May the usher guide you through the safest doors to the next life, and may his skeletal hand bring you only warmth. May the twin gods see faith in you in all their aspects, and may death come quickly and easily, and without fear.
Thanks.
And may we all take comfort in the knowledge that the next life awaits. You know the prayer. It gives me such joy. Please, take this token
prayer.
of Bereth's favor. May it keep you from her path for just a moment longer.
I just figured I was maintaining a respectful silence while she said the prayer, but apparently I know the prayer.
May the usher find you quickly, Aimiko, and ferry you gently to the next life.
Bereth's Blessed Ward, 20% damage reduction against vessels. Extra Reliquary of Swords in place of a middle clap versus the knucklebone of a long dead High Priest of Bereth. Throughout their unnaturally long and storied life, this High Priest worked tirelessly to free those poor souls bound to vessels, be they undead or constructs. Their belief was that all souls, no matter how wicked they may have been in life, deserve a chance at redemption in their next life. Such a chance is unobtainable for those severed from the wheel through those darker arts that the High Priest reviled. Even after death, a measure of their fervor lingered behind in their remains, which now protect those that would see vessels destroyed. Very good. And then we've got another quest over here. Which is below us.
One job, but I couldn't even do that.
Hello.
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Fidelio, I think that was the name in Rogue Trader for the servitor quest thing. Anyways. Can I help you?
If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
I've got time. What's the matter?
My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
There's not much to go on.
Belenna and Adelarro are their names. Haven't seen more than 20 winters and... gods, they act their age. They were good rangers once. But since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to...
Get to know each other. Let's be polite.
I think they know each other very well.
Passion is good for the soul. Except when it gets you killed. Then it's very, very bad.
New recruits running off with each other?
Oh, man.
This brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern.
Okay.
They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and I...
You don't have to explain yourself. I'd be worried about my charges too.
The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Oh, I have a pretty good idea what happened.
It smells of a sad story.
Give them a while. You know what I mean?
It sounds like they've had a while, Kai. I think the man is right to be concerned about danger at this point. Let's see if we can talk to, is the governor's man no longer here? What was his name? I forget. But he was on the north side of Fior. He called out to me near that bridge. Alright, well, let's cross the bridge. There's a camp.
Gone. Adelarro's gone. It's a dream. We're up.
Hey.
Hello. Are you a fish too? Oh, the sardines shimmer. They swim in silver circles.
Something's not right with her. The Dream Scourge. Is this how it starts? She's probably the ranger Fidelio told us to look out for. Poor kid.
Are you Belenna? Lieutenant Fidelio is worried about you.
We're Belenna? Maybe you're Belenna.
No, you're Belenna.
Where's Adelarro? We need him.
We can help you find him if he's missing.
Adelarro. His sunshine face. His midnight eyes. He has gone with the ones who seek the tree. Adelarro's face burst into violets when the dreams came. Red violets. He joined the others.
Her friend has it worse by the sound of it. The Dream Scourge knows no pity.
She watched that happen to him. God.
A lamb taken from the flock. How do we soothe her?
Your friends speak true. They know us. Help us.
Going back to town would be the safest for her. But then she potentially brings a disease to them. Don't move, I'll tell your lieutenant where I found you, he can help.
Who? Oh, yes, our Lacewing lieutenant. We will speak to him. But tell us of Adelarro first. Where is he?
Here's the Dream Scourge, there's nothing we can do for him.
There's no way to be gentle about this, is there?
Sink into the earth and grow. Will we see him again? Will he remember how we danced under the moon? Find him. Give the lieutenant our badges. He swims in the bone and boar. He calls himself Fidelio. He will understand our song. But Adelarro stumbles at the mouth of the river above us. Please, help us sleep soundly.
Adelarro reported signs of a Delamgon attack in a camp to the north. Fidelio sent us to investigate straight away. Thought he'd made it up as soon as he led me off the trail. When he threw me down on the soft grass and kissed me, I knew for sure. I tried to say we'd be in trouble if Fidelio found out he was so warm. Blah, blah, blah. Who am I? I never could have imagined sneaking off like that until I met Adelarro. He makes me bolder, more willing to live for today. He tells me I'm just as good as any of the others in our squad. As the morning's breeze sings no song of Adelarro, where is he? The Sea of Green is hiding him. Wants to keep him for itself, jealous waters. We'll search for him in the Sargasso Glades. We know he will turn up sometime. Okay. Oh no, this is where we fought other Dream Scourge.
Spear in the eye! One for you!
Chew it.
That was a close one.
So one dead and the other likely doomed. I knew I smelled a tragedy. Ow. Alright, well, I know how this works.
Listen, rock!
What have we here? Five carry capacity plus 2 dexterity plus 20% dodge distance. No, I like the transient ones too. They give me move speed. Andrew craned his head back, taking the octagonal room, dimly lit and lined with books as high as the eye could see. In the center of it all, a smaragdine Andra pillar sparkled and hummed with life. Finally he broke the silence. Is this what you do? Emeranda arched her well-groomed brow. Surely you did not believe we toiled in dark dungeons and made sacrifices all day. I do not consider it. Our commander tells us nothing, only that you are heretics. The poor Garrote, so eager to live their lives in fear, to tremble at progress and strike down what they do not understand. Truly I pity you. Before Andrew could protest, Emeranda barged up to him and stuck her focus under his chin. Andrew froze, his stomach dropped. He tried to back away from her, but a low bookcase bumped his thighs and impeded his escape. Gem in her focus glowed, and a cool, heady rush of essence tingled through his very core before it faded away. There, Emeranda lowered the focus, but remained dangerously close. You see? You are quite unaltered. I see. Could have killed me. I did not. You're infuriating. You know that. Well, what are you going to do about it? Well, that's about to get real, steamy, I guess. Hello! Die!
Take Worth and Rob! Seal me!
The wheel.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, sure. That's our camp. Oh, she's gone. Where did she end up? Hopefully she went and interacted with her lieutenant in some way. Met him somewhere. Ideally outside of town. But she knows where he hangs out. And he doesn't know to go looking for her. Well, he does, but will he? I mean, he already sent me. I don't know why he sent me. He could definitely have gone looking for them. She was in a camp by the side of the road. It really wasn't hard to find her. He said they went this way. I went that way. I found her immediately. So you know what? He is kind of a shit leader. I don't necessarily need to tell him that to his face. Well, he's really fucking upset, especially given the fact he will definitely fucking beat himself up over this. Hello?
Please tell me you found them.
Plague got to Adelarro. I'm afraid Belenna's not far behind.
It was the Dream Scourge. There was nothing we could do about it.
The Dream Scourge. Here. Tell me you're joking.
Quilici told you this would happen, but no one listened. Instead of a plan, we have a body count.
I know. I should have acted sooner. A body count. Then I assume neither of them is still alive.
Belenna's alive, Adelarro is dead. I brought their badges back.
Merla, when she turns, Fior will panic. Where is she now?
Still wandering. I don't think she even knows where she is.
Then I can't leave her. I can't kill her either, but I'll have to find the strength. Here. You went to a lot of trouble. You ought to be paid for it. It's time for me to get out of here and actually do my job.
Damn right it is.
Whatever happens to the Rangers, well, it's just a matter of time before it happens to us.
I really do hope you can end this, Envoy.
Bring out the POS marksman. There it is. Plus 10% damage with ranged weapons. Irrelevant to me entirely. I can sell that one. Naku Tedek. Let's get over there. Seems like a big enough moment to do a proper save.
Naku Tedek is a place of spiritual power. We're sure to find the answers we seek.
Why do they call it that anyway?
Good question. It means ancient soil. Naku Tedek was old when these lands were young. The godless built around Adra pillars. Maybe they've felt a deeper connection to the spirit world. My friend Yatsli is a scholar of the godless. She could tell us more.
Yatsli is already your friend? How convenient. We had two groups of two friends. They come together as companions, I guess. So, is this a puzzle? Is there a puzzle here? Or is Giatta going to do something that opens... Ooh! Ah, I was hoping that would be a passage that led to a... Man...
Another glorious battle.
I'm wondering if I'm fucking around with something that is literally just like the next stage of this quest. And I'm just looking at it as like a random puzzle in the area. That's Bellerino's lair? Okay. I should really see what Giatta wants me to do. Or just follow this wire. Interesting that you're suddenly telling me about spectral blood. There it is.
Just a little spark.
Ah! It was this simple.
Charge it up. Just a little spark.
How'd you do that from down there? And that was so easy and had such a mediocre reward because it was so easy, and it's just, I don't know. Like I should have got that immediately. Boop. I can cross that off the list. There was actually 2 of them. I'm glad I ended up investigating them before doing this thing.
There should be some equipment by the Adra pillar.
We remember these walls. Yes, we have been here.
Well, here we are on the precipice of discovery. Armed and ready for mischief.
I'm 2 out of 3 anyway.
Before we get started, indulge me. What are you excited to learn about?
The Dream Scourge and how to stop it.
Good. We're on the same page. Now, I'm going to tap into the pillar's dormant energy and give it a good shake.
Which I have a feeling will also
In
involve
layman's terms, I'm chumming the
our
water
voice.
and daring the Dream Scourge to show its ugly face.
Interesting. That's an interesting way to put it. That actually does make sense to me. Is that a good idea?
No, but it should get us results.
Fair.
All right. Drawing on the energy of the phantasmal focus, I'll start with a low-frequency ethereal vibration. I've got nothing. You?
Like I could go for some pie.
Shit. Alright, adjusting the frequency. Focus is warming up. I hope that's a good sign. Let me know if you feel something. Who knows how your godlike nature will react to this. Brace yourself. We're going to pin this bastard down.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry, I'm a professional. Now, here goes nothing.
Souls in a circle, a whirlpool. We twine, we twine.
Hey, I think I got something. The focus twitched, like a fishing rod. Is that a door?
Huh.
Not the result I was looking for, but a result nonetheless.
Felt strange for a moment there, like we got someone's attention.
Hold on to that feeling. We might need it again. Right before the door opened, I detected something in the Adra. I was right. The Dream Scourge has a point of origin. We can study the affliction from here, but I don't know that we can stop it.
So we find the source, cut it off at the root.
My thoughts exactly. If we want to stop the Dream Scourge, we still need to learn more about the source of the affliction. I hate to say it, but we'll get better results at the base of the pillar, where the energies are more potent.
I don't trust our voice. We're walking into a trap.
Trap or no trap, I didn't come all this way just to give up. After you.
Wow, hit me with the after you when I say it's a trap. Wow.
Gods, did you open that door? I've been praying here for ages. And in all that time, I've never found a way down to the lower levels. Not one. You're going down there, aren't you?
That's the plan. Any advice?
I tell the acolytes to walk softly for a reason. Something is alive down there. Or if not alive, moving.
What could survive down there for so long?
Whatever it is, it knows only the depths. If you don't return, I'll tell the others what happened.
Alright.
I feel better about this already. I did not bring us here to explore. Clearly, something wants to be found.
Does this feel like the start of a cautionary campfire tale to anyone else?
I wonder, did you open the door? Or did the door open for you?
Definitely that second one. Let's get our sword that is also a torch ready. And we have a good pillar of light here. Ah yes, now it's looking dream scourgy.
Incredible. These ruins are untouched. We are the first to disturb them. When was the last time anyone walked these passages? It must have been centuries. No, millennia. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk more once we reach the bottom.
Give that a good zap, will ya?
A little power goes a long way.
Nothing hidden back there.
That looks like a piece of the thing you were fiddling with at camp.
Well, that's definitely a suitable reason to come to this area.
Charge it up. Power goes a long way.
No! The knife pierces in the dark.
Whatever this is, at least it's dead. 2 points for the godless, none for the abominations.
Oh Jesus, we had the poison water and I didn't even notice. Okay. Grog! That'll work. So what is this knife? Voice, am I the knife? Is what's down here the knife? Is this dream scourged water? Is that what we're getting at? Looks very oily.
Watch your head. There's a trap right above it.
Oh, it must have been tied to pressure pads or something there. I was already jumping over because I was trying to minimize contact with the fucking fouled water. Oh, those are not good noises. Scourge Skeleton Chanter.
Open rock! This one's mine.
Protect the envoy.
Protect them from me, you mean? Okay, fine, maybe protect me a little. Ow! You're the healer. Drink us some wine.
And roll!
Quicken the fire!
Defend! Defend!
Bitch!
Gather round!
Defend!
Slam! You know, that seems like very worth it. I'm glad I could trial that upgrade.
And roll!
Bitch!
Who's ready for more?
Give me a second. I don't like fighting the undead. I can't leech their health. Rastio. Zap it.
Just a little spark.
And roll!
I'm just wondering if that Eye of Remergond meant something, you know? For those altars, they had a dagger and an Eye of Remergond. I thought maybe they want me to do some frosts to it, I don't know.
I would not go swimming if I were you, unless you wish to meet your maker. There must be a way across. If not underwater, perhaps over it, with the help of some ice.
Don't touch the water. We probably want to go over the water. Don't touch the water. Off she runs into the water.
Little power goes a long way.
Did that turn that off? Yes, it did. Excellent. Because it looks like there's something here. Hi.
You're mine now. Come on. Neon sick. Seal mess me.
Just a little spot.
Anything down here? I know the purpose is to jump up there. But still, gotta look around, you know? What we got here? Who are you? Pack mule's burden. What's that? +1 might, +2 constitution, ring. Ring was commissioned by the disgruntled squire of a knight from a minor noble house. Squire, tired of being weighed down by the oath, he was sworn to carry the burdens of the knight, saved up every scrap of coin he earned until he was able to pay a wizard to enchant this ring for him. Unfortunately, once the knight noticed that her squire was seemingly able to carry yet more of her possessions, he was forced to do just that. Such is life that was born to serve. That's good, but so are my other rings. Intellect is huge for me, and then dexterity is quite good because I am a speedy boy. I just wish, and I think that ring might help with it, that I had more maximum health? No. Oh, no, it's resolve, so it wouldn't help with it. Maximum stamina. Unless stamina regeneration is there somewhere. It seems like Giatta must also be a like high-int focused character because her and my approaches to things seem like they're the same, especially when I go with the int choices. Throwing grenades to blow down walls down here is probably a terrible fucking idea. Like, just really stupid. But I gotta do the video game rules. This looks suspiciously like a boss arena.
What in the name of Aora is that?
That's a good question.
Think it's sleeping?
I've never seen anything like it before. I don't believe it's a statue. No, this was alive once. And the people who lived here were terrified of it.
Looks like a golem of some kind. And a one-handed spear called Giant Slumber. Is that for knives for feet? I don't think we know exactly what its hands are because that one looks extended and also it's fused with the terrain a little, and the other one definitely looks like it's been cut off. It also received several large hits to the chest, many to the face. This thing took a serious beating. Alright.
Never a dull moment with you in charge.
So, what does this do? Power attack, deal moderate stun. 20% damage against vessels. So that's a vessel? That was a vessel.
Let's finish. Defend! Like worth and wrong!
Bitch. I'm so glad my shield didn't fall off at that moment. Would have been very anticlimactic. God, these fucking skeleton barbarians.
Like worth and wrong! Seal as me.
Alright then.
That's one for us.
I like the part where the skeleton with 1 HP was targeting me when I had the reflect shield, and it was like, do it! Do it! Do it, nerd! And then he did it. And it bounced off me and shot himself.
Death into life. Interesting. The godless clearly had some ideas about reincarnation, even if they didn't have a god.
Every other culture I've come across reveres the gods, even if they give them different names and pictures.
Can you imagine life without any gods to guide your destiny? Without anyone shepherding you this way and that? Of course I can imagine it, but I'll wager you have a harder time.
What's going on here? Cylia. Zarya worship that thing, as they do. They pick things and they worship them.
Looks like quite a party. Let's break it up. How did they even get down here?
But what is that thing?
Clever things must
And
have
what is
their
it
own
doing?
secret entrance. I'll say it. I'm impressed.
Defend!
Hi, how you doing? That's enough. Hell, I'm gone. Ow, fuck. You.
Seal this meat.
Give it to me.
Eggsworth and Rock! Defend!
Grog, grog, grog. God's blessing. Always forget the boss fight mushroom.
Come on! Come on!
Interesting. Well, we got your little minions.
And rock!
There, it's close. Get back!
Thank you. Get fucked, you stupid mushroom! Die!
If there are any monsters left, show yourselves. Some of us have work to do. I guess that means the coast is clear. Let's have a look at the outlook.
hear us through the Adra.
Oh no.
A little power goes a long way.
Find us.
I'm really curious what happens if we open this door before we go to the pillar. There could be extra information, you know? There.
Charge it up.
Zap it.
Just a little spark.
Okay. Oh, right there.
Charge it up. Just a little spark.
Nope, nothing fancy it seems, just a little bit of Awakened Adra, very handy for upgrades, very good, we like it, but nothing plot relevant here. Ooh. Are you the way out? Godless coins. Well
We've
then.
backed the Dream Scourge into a corner. I say we pin it down here and now, before it wriggles away from us.
I'm not so sure that it's so simple. I feel like the ruins were built to lead us here.
The Godless erected many important sites around Pillars of Adra, though I can't speak to their motives. The last time we tried this, you felt something, yes? Maybe it had to do with your godlike nature. Try making contact with the Adra this time. It could only help. The effect should be stronger
That's quite
than
a
before.
statement.
Brace yourself.
It could only help. Are you sure about that? Hello.
You are here.
I am here.
You who bring us kind words and soothing thoughts. We welcome you. The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain.
What and who are you?
We once belonged to the green and the wild. A people lived there once. They loved us as we loved them. They brought their dead to us. We used to dip our fingers, wade in the confluence of souls.
If that were true, you'd have to be as powerful as a god.
We dream, the land stirs. We become.
Yes, yes.
They brought their prayers to us. We answered.
You're a god, why has no one heard of you?
Our people died. Their books were burned. No one was left to speak our name. But we remember an age of connection and wholeness. Our eyes opened. We were the earth, the sky, many into a whole. We touched the mountains and they molded to our fingerprints. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the gardener, steward of life. Sapadal.
Sapadal. Very intriguing, all those eyes down the side. So what do we got? We got some kind of, we got like, presumably godless language or pictures above the eyes. This whole area is built of like ruins and mountains, or like their whole, you know, their whole body, and like these things floating around them. That is a big old fucking hand. The most interesting thing is all the vines holding the head and the rest of the body together. What makes you the god of a dead people and my deity? What aren't you telling me?
We offer you connection, root to branch, and you return to us with suspicion. Our spark found you when you dreamed in the womb. Godlike, they said. But we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have sought you, called to you.
And I want to know why.
Even as you scorn us, we would know you.
I'm connected to you as your god, like why didn't you tell me before? Because it only fucking speaks in riddles, man. But this is a thing we have guessed. And now I need your help. I have to stop the dream scourge.
Rot. We feel it too. Our hands are bound. Find us. Free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden, beyond the poison sea.
The garden. You still haven't told me why you were imprisoned.
Would that we knew. Our jailers gave us no explanation. But perhaps the ancients who were beloved to us, perhaps they can quiet the questions in your mind. Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. We will try to explain.
What the fuck is Tabaru Sinakis? Ancient guardians of living lands, pointers godlikes. Oh, okay. I think we heard about them in the memory. Ancient guardians of the living lands, pointers godlikes. Okay, garden is a mythical location. Heart of the living lands. Sapadal is your divine patron and the god of the living lands. Imprisoned and alone, they rattle the bars of their cage and cry for help that only you, their godlike, can provide.
Those who cherish us, the chosen of the Akida, wait there. They will show you the way to the garden, to our prison.
And then you'll help me end the dream scourge.
We will cleanse this rot with you once our hands are unbound. Find us in the garden. We twine, we await. First, let us offer you a sliver of our power, a boon to help you survive and find us. You rejected us once before. Let us lend our shade and strength, for your sake and ours.
A sliver of your power is a sliver of your soul. Your gift makes me a little more you.
A mere drop in a lake, a drop of our blood, our sap, giving to nourish you. We would never harm you, seed of our soul. We could not, even if we wished such cruelty. Your will remains yours. Will you accept it?
Keep your gift. I'll do this my own way.
A wasted gesture, then. It is yours to regret.
If you
Now
say so.
Hurry to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. Bind us. Free us.
I still don't trust you. You won't give me answers. You hide them behind riddles, and I don't like it, and I don't trust it.
You're awake. Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
You were out a long time. We gotta start bringing pillows.
For a second there, I thought... Actually, never mind what I thought.
Wasn't as bad as when I was killed, but it was damn close.
It's a good thing we got results, because I have no desire to put you through that again.
Good, it was really
While
fucking
you were
weird to
out,
look
I
at.
got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin to the center of the living lands, somewhere deep in the untouched wilderness.
The garden. I called it the garden.
You've heard of it? Fascinating. Maybe someone knows about this garden of yours. If we find the garden, we can cut off the Dream Scourge at its source. I hesitate to bring it up, but you were muttering while you were out. Had quite a lot to say. Whatever you were communing with, it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in traces. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps they share a similar origin.
I imagine they're two sides of the same coin. Their name is Sapadal.
Yes, Sapadal. Who are they? What are they to you?
Well, apparently I'm Sapadal's godlike.
Excuse me? Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this?
No one alive remembers them.
A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something.
But what? A watcher told me the Adra in the Living Lands is different.
Not the Adra itself, but how it comes together.
Okay.
We've long theorized that all Adra is connected. But that changed when Animancers came to the Living Lands. The Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora. Connected only to itself. Or so we believe.
Constructed
If
into a
Sapadal
prison for a
speaks and
god.
works through Adra, then the Living Lands is their prison. Their tomb.
There must be a connection between Sapadal and the Dream Scourge.
You could be right, but we have no way of knowing for certain. Not yet, anyway. We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it.
We don't even know if Sapadal can be trusted.
Indeed. That will be for you to judge. The real question is, where do I start?
I need to find the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis.
Doesn't ring a bell, but maybe someone's heard of it before. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden, but we have to find the garden first.
Then that's where we start.
Let's return to Fior Mesiverno. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues.
Okay. What does this mean for Emerald Stair?
Gods, I don't know. The farms, the community, my research, they all depend on animancy. But the Dream Scourge is the end of animancy. The end of the Living Lands as we know it. We should leave this place and its memories. There's nothing more for us here.
Finding a secret entrance and discovering a new god. Not bad for a day's work.
Stop! The trees splinter, the rice turns black. The pain! The pain!
What's happening?
They trample the farmlands. They tear down the gates.
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter?
Sapadal kicked up a fuss. Let's get moving.
I'm right behind you. Let's go. You take the lead.
Come on. There's a way up those stairs.
Maybe I should have... Yep, that door's open now. Maybe I should have seen the fucking Steel Garrote before. Okay, 2 points. One because I leveled up and one because I rejected their gift. So another rank in Arcane Veil. We've sure used it enough. And let's get the parasitic stab upgrade. Okay, we got 1 point to spend here also. Let's keep smartening. Let's continue in smartening ourselves. Because intelligence was very important right there. To see through Sapadal's deception, I think. That's what I'm getting.
There is such a thing as learning too much. The mortal mind can only take so many revelations at a time. What we discovered here, it changes everything.
A hidden god in the living lands. Who knew?
I think me, since we got started, I knew I had to be their godlike. It was pretty... Honestly, it kind of dragged on confirming. They kept sort of hinting at it very frequently. Very frequently, yep. That's the Steel Garrote.
No!
That's the Steel Garrote.
Devs. This was no accident.
What happened? Who did this?
Probably the Steel Garrote.
It's all gone. The city. My home.
Let's investigate and lend a hand.
We should be a moving target, in case anyone comes for us next. We have to check on the others. At least let me find Quilici. Any survivors would have evacuated to the farms north of town. Come, there's not a moment to waste.
A city up in flames? You tell me who your coin is on.
Steel Garrote.
I can't believe this. What you smell is the workshop going up in flames. Our books, our chemicals.
Gee, who would be motivated to destroy the Animancer's experiments?
Were originals from the Valian republics. One of a kind, irreplaceable. I don't know why I'm dwelling on that. We lost more than our work.
Your work was your home. You're allowed to mourn it.
They burn. They blind us.
Shut up, you're not our friend either, Sapadal. I don't trust any of you fucks.
Everyone is alright. Animancers know how to plan for an emergency. But we've never seen one like this. If anything happened to Quilici, I don't know what I'd do.
Let's
fucking...
This
this has to be the Steel Garrote. There's no one else it could be.
Again, they strike.
Shut up! You're not helping. Let me get there. If this was the Steel Garrote, Hi.
There. Oh no, you
You
don't.
shouldn't be here.
Yep, we are officially enemies now. No more pretense. Who's healing you? You!
Coming from the right. Perk up, baby.
No.
Seal mes meat.
I got you.
Turn back and take the animals.
What are we waiting for? I have some aggression to unleash.
Why will they not leave us? It cuts. It cuts.
Yes, I get it. You're a monster, and they don't know how else to fucking address it. Because they don't understand the concept of tact or caution.
There's the city. What's left of it. Gods, who could do this to us? Who could burn us out like rats and call it a victory?
So many years of research.
I don't know how
Good,
we
you're
recover.
alive.
Our past is in those flames. Our history.
Not your fucking lives. At least not all of them. Let's focus on that. Let's find who survived. Out my fucking face, spider. I don't have time for you.
Beyond sea.
Another sword for the wheel. Good shooting, Kai.
I'm thinking up an episode title for this. That both clearly says what it is, but also isn't spoilery at a glance of all the titles.
He died saving me. I owe him my life.
A ranger.
May he pass swiftly into the beyond.
God, they did such a good job with the atmospheric shots too. Having you exit and you're just like, you're staring straight at Fior. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's very not good.
Look, they made it out. Oh, thank the gods. Thank the gods. I needed that. I needed to see them so badly. It felt like I couldn't breathe.
Take a few more deep breaths. We're not going anywhere.
Rabbits in a burrow, hunted.
But are they them? Yeah, they look sane.
These people are looking for leadership, a sense of direction. We should find Quilici.
No time to talk. People are dead.
What was it all for?
I'm sure those bandits got what's coming to them.
I prayed for guidance on my path. I didn't ask for this. Damn you and your revenge, Tedek.
Nothing ever changes. Look at Vidar and Quilici, arguing over the ashes of Fior.
At least they haven't given up. They still care what happens to us.
Perhaps you're right.
Envoy!
They have to care.
Oh, thank goodness. For a moment there, I thought we'd lost you in the attack.
What happened here?
As if you don't already know. Ignacy, calm yourself.
I can guess.
Why should I be calm? His people burned my city. The Steel Garrote are hardly his people.
Thank you.
They offered us no negotiation, no peaceful terms. Just flames and laughter as we ran.
The ambassador would never have allowed this.
Don't be naive. Anyone who serves under an Adelan banner
Don't be a fucking idiot.
Your Inquisitor is determined to burn out anyone who doesn't conform to Adelan ways.
She sure is, and that's why she needs to be put down.
The Steel Garrote have declared war on the Living Lands.
This attack could still be a misunderstanding. Very slim chance. Ambassador Hildegard wanted a diplomatic relationship.
Call it what you like. This is an invasion of our sovereign territory. What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. This attack was meant to weaken us. No doubt they will circle back to finish what they started. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I don't think we should give a shit.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Good for you.
Pardon? The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch, and I wasn't strong enough to bear it.
Well, I'm glad you've had a change of heart. But you failed these people as a leader.
As Giatta was eager to remind me. You must understand. My mother had the Dream Scourge. I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as our lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giatta.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right.
Yeah. We can talk about the Dream Scourge.
Whatever you have to
a bit.
say, I'm ready to hear it.
But we also need to kick the ass of the fucking Steel Garrote for this shit. We uncovered the existence of a new god in the Living Lands.
What? And this is the source of our troubles?
Yeah, I think so.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean...
Buddy?
Quilici, tell him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
I'm Sapadal's godlike. We find them, we find the Dream Scourge.
You truly think you can find a god? I said I'd keep an open mind, but this is a bit much.
Shut up, I'm talking to Quilici.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now, what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion.
Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
There is no reason to stay, unless you count picking through the ashes. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
All right.
No. I say we go to Paradise.
Fucking bold? That's a bold statement. Let's go to the headquarters of the people that just burned our town down. Let's go there as refugees. You want to do that? I wasn't going to argue with Thirdborn, because why the fuck would you want to come to Paradise in this circumstance? I'm willing to hear you out.
And I want an explanation.
As long as we are animancers, the adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Giatta, what do you recommend?
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under a Diran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
Kai.
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
I don't need your people seeking revenge. I don't need the Steel Garrote looking to murder you in the night. Take your people to Thirdborn.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the republics. I trust you to help us again. What of you, envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Either of you know about a place called the Garden?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Naku Tedek, which is in Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now.
Naku Tedek. Ancient godless ruin located in Shatterscarp, rumored to be the largest intact ruin in the region. Naku Tedek is steeped in mystery and superstition, as in Shatterscarp, our next region. The wild desert on the southern coast of the Living Lands and home to the city of Thirdborn. Settlers in the region are mostly immigrants from Rawatai, stubborn survivalists determined to eke out a living as a community.
Before Fior went up in flames, that Garrote monster took my research. Your kin are on their way to the garden now.
I see.
Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right?
Who's Temerity? Oh.
You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Okay. The no-nonsense and much beleaguered current leader of Thirdborn. Okay, I didn't see the bar for a second.
What a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman.
Okay. Can I rely on her?
Naturally. She's feisty, passionate, loyal, determined. My life would not be the same without her.
All right.
For what it's worth, I vouch for Yatsli. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers.
Then we should approach carefully. They'll be on their guard after this.
I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, envoy.
Exploring the living lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Back to Shatterscarp, then.
I'm going to that cave. At this point, I need to search it for any evidence of their crimes to bring before anyone I can. I'm going to use every bit of my authority to shit on everything they try to do from now on. I would like to briefly stop in Dawnshore, that's its name. In order to talk to the ambassador.
And roll!
Whatever you're doing here, it stops. Not that there's probably much left. What the fuck is Azarab doing here?
Seal mess me. And roll.
Another win, but who's counting?
To be opened when your mission is complete. Well done. Thanks to the Steel Garrote, Fior Averno is nothing more than a fading memory. Don't bother tarrying here to cover your tracks. Our work takes us deeper into the living lands to Shatterscarp and beyond. When you march over the ashes, march with pride. You've earned it, Inquisitor Ludwig. Should have just fucking killed them. Should have just fucking killed them. But that could have, I don't know, I feel like they could have made this messier and nastier. Captain Waith, take your Steel Garrote Legion to the wilderness of Emerald Stair. Do not reveal your presence. Await further instructions. They will have need of you soon. Be patient. Captain Waith, they tell me you found a sympathetic turncoat among the people of Emerald Stair. Good. Make certain they understand the benefits of Adiran rule and give them a reason to serve us. Faith and loyalty will bind them to our cause. Inquisitor Ludwig. Fourth. Where's third?
Seek.
Bad envoy.
Your report on the Dream Scourge was appreciated, but ultimately worthless. This plague will burn itself out in time, and the strong will endure. Oh, good. You're having trouble occupying your time in Emerald Stair, so just finding a hobby. Anything but gardening. Alright, so Captain Waif could be sympathetic. Even if Inquisitor Ludwig isn't. Your correct, Paradise has grown more unstable. The Imperial Envoy was murdered, dissidents plot from the shadows, our forces are spread thin. Your mission, however, is unchanged. Once you succeed in taming Paradise, moving ends will follow, and you will stand proudly at the vanguard.
Take worth and roll! No, you don't!
Enemy to the right!
Revenge! Sealment.
Not looking so good.
Sending one of my best paladins to aid you. She will deliver my final instructions. You have served me well. Carry out your orders to the letter, and you will be rewarded in this life and the next. May the burned queen smile upon you, Inquisitor Ludwig. Captain Wave, my orders are as follows. Fior Messaverno is dragging the living lands down into a shared grave. Your legion will raise the settlement until nothing but ashes remain. Put the city down like an injured animal. Leave the people to witness the consequences of their failure. You may encounter Grubfist, a new arrival from the mainland. Deal with them courteously if you cross paths. Deal with them violently if they impede your work. May the flames of the burned queen purify Emerald Stair. Inquisitor Ludwig. So it's entirely possible they think the plague is here, we burn it out. And they're not entirely wrong. But I have a feeling that is a very convenient excuse for attempting to wipe out different political power. Like it's the answer they wanted to arrive at, not the answer they felt they had to arrive at, you know? But they've left this area. They're not really here anymore. There's certainly evidence of their plans to find, but it doesn't really help us right now. Death Knight armor. Sounds cool. This is definitely giving me Greedfall vibes of why the fuck can't you all just fucking stop killing each other in the middle of a disaster? You fucking dipshits. Why do I get the feeling there's also a, also the gloves here somewhere. Resistance to frost accumulation, 10% chance to restore 50% of your max health. Alright, I don't like percent-based things, nor do I like heavy armor. Death Knight Sabatons. Bonus maximum health, bonus to poison and bleed accumulation, resistance. Chill rating from these cold black armor is like a kiss from beyond the grave. Let's, what do you look like? Ugly. Alright. Was there something here before when I didn't investigate? Because I didn't want to make things violent. I should have made things violent. But I believe so much in law and order. And accountability. And to not being reckless, not causing the violence. It would be so easy if I could just murder whoever seemed like a bad egg, but that's not fair or just. Okay, so everyone would like to talk.
I can't believe it. My city. It's all gone. Let's see. I should upgrade last light of day first.
It's never easy leaving home behind. I'm sorry, Giatta.
Thank you. At least I'm not alone.
A rare interjection from Marius, which means this is very personal to him. It's related to him leaving his home behind, obviously.
I'm going to miss Fior, Masiverno.
Why does this menu have to be such a pain in the butt? Reset itself every time I craft. Can't just keep using ingredients of different types so easily, you know? I wish it were easier like that. Stew! Stew and mariner's porridge. Tawny cream. We don't care too much about that. Mild mushroom stew. You know, sure. That could be handy. Grog! We must the grog. We must grog. Cook the food. Cook the meats. So we can use the meats. And the other ingredient, or as ingredients and other things. God, I kind of just want to craft all on a lot of these things, you know? Cheese. Cheese wedge. And more Arak. That's good stuff for the mana's essence. Whatever we want to call it here. Mariner's porridge. Mariner's porridge. Mariner's porridge. Ooh, the sausage? Okay, yeah, we like the sausage too. It's also really efficient. Alright.
Root hog ribs there were fantastic.
It had a timeless charm. Like it was plucked from the hills outside Salona. What will you miss the most, Giatta?
I think I'll miss the defiance most of all.
The defiance?
Fior Masiverno was an act of rebellion. We denounced the republics, we subverted nature, and we offended Adir.
Yeah, that last part
I'm surprised you remember it
is very relevant.
Given where it got you.
Good or bad, defiance was our culture, the bedrock of our community. And I'm going to miss it.
Alright.
Envoy, it's clear that no matter what happened, these people couldn't stay in Fior. Just not sure you did the right thing. These people won't survive long in a place like Thirdborn.
What makes you say that?
Thirdborn is a rough town. They literally do their business inside the skeleton of a Leviathan. If you thought Paradise's docks were rough, just wait. Plus, they have a nogfish curry that will peel your tongue. Right, changing the subject. Thanks for talking. Envoy? Gods, I can't I can't believe what's happening around here. Fior has been destroyed. Just like that.
I, for one, would love a chance to smash Ludwin's teeth in.
Teeth, fingers, toes, arms, that freaky Bleste mask she's always wearing. All of it.
I don't know, I could take the
I'm
mask,
sure
it's
we'll
pretty
all get our
dope.
chance soon enough. Right, changing the subject.
Have I earned information about your past?
Fine. You've been patient enough, I suppose. Right. Solace isn't an easy place to live. The food is stale and meager. The water tastes like steel and old meat. Everyone knows everyone else. No privacy, no silence, no time to yourself.
So you just left Solace for privacy.
I'm a wilderness expert. I can get privacy whenever I want it. Solace is a walled keep in the harshest region of the lands. Isolated is an understatement. Honestly, all of that was fine. But there was a peculiar kind of silence I didn't love.
Never keeping secrets?
You should be a sharpshooter. You keep hitting the target. I have only the faintest memories of my parents, which was fine. I had friends and mentors and trainers and elders. When I asked about my real parents, though, they just told me I was safe now, and that the Wardens were my family.
The fuck does that mean?
I never knew if my parents were alive or dead. I like to assume that they had died fighting some giant monster in the Tusks, but no one would say. When I asked for more, they changed the subject, like I wasn't worthy of a backstory.
You don't know where you're from?
I'm from Solace, for whatever that's worth. My oldest memories are of Solace. My oldest friend is from there.
Thank you for talking to me about this.
Right. You asked.
Alright, now what do you have to say about Giatta?
Right. I'm sure you'll find it absolutely gripping. Go ahead. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Giatta's a mystery to me. Animancers give me the vricus, and for good reason. Most of them would just as soon turn your soul into jewelry as look at you. Giatta seems different. She's smart, thoughtful, and she's got a spine, too. You can tell when someone needs extra help out here, and she doesn't. So, yeah, I don't understand her, but I guess I don't have to, really. Until next time.
Alright. Kai?
Oh, hey there. Something on your mind?
Meeting Belenna seemed to shake you up.
It just took me back. Something about her reminded me of old times. War stories.
Going to leave her on her own?
That wasn't what I was thinking about. No, the part that stuck with me was what she said about watching her partner turn. Seeing someone you know, someone close to you, beyond help like that. I just want to know. You were blunt when you told her about Adelarro. Why?
She deserved the truth.
Yeah, she did. And even in the state she was in, she handled it. Better than most. Sorry. I need a moment to clear my head.
It might even be because of the state she was in.
Who knew plans could be so threatening? If you get up in the night, don't wander too far.
We should talk. Fior Mesiverno was the pride of 2 generations. And now, nothing but ashes and embers.
Not exactly a lot
My
of history,
home,
though. Lost.
My lab, my parents. It feels as if I lost them all over again.
Steel Garrote will pay.
The Steel Garrote are just a symptom. I keep asking myself, how could I have missed this? How could I not have known an attack was coming? We were all so occupied with the Dream Scourge, we missed the enemy on our doorstep. No matter where Animancers go, someone is always trying to kill us. Nothing enrages the gods more than mortals in pursuit of knowledge.
Wonder if Sappadal has strong feelings about animancy.
I doubt they know the meaning of the word. They seem a little out of touch. Listen to me. A failed Animancer lashing out at everything in reach. Even with all the tools at my disposal. I couldn't stop the Dream Scourge. And I couldn't save my people. How do I live up to my family's example when I can't even help myself?
Who says you have to?
I do. My parents died pursuing a better future for Animancers. I can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. And right now, that's all it is. I have some pondering to do. Let me know if there's anything else.
You think the people of Fior are going to be alright?
Sending my people to Thirdborn. It's a good arrangement. They get a roof over their heads. The city gets Animancers. And everyone gets along. For once.
Is that uncommon?
The free settlements have enough cultural and ideological differences that we don't always see eye to eye. But when it comes to survival, there is no disagreement. We're in this together. Look, I know you didn't come to this island to help us. And yet you were here when others would have looked away. Despite everything that happened, it means a lot.
People deserve better. I hope they get a break.
We all deserve better. But fate decided otherwise. Well, onward to better things. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
We haven't really spoken to her. This is the first time she's been at the camp.
Go on then. I'm listening. Ah, you want a story? Very well. Settle in. It all started about 50 years ago in the great city of Spirento. A young nobleman by the name of Maxim Vidaro sought to inherit a distinguished government position.
You should be elected Duke Bell over the Sangrata Ducala, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, I should have known you'd be schooled in political intrigue. But I'll wager you don't know how this story goes. A distant cousin cheated Maxim out of the title. He was devastated. His political future uncertain. No one lifted a finger to help. Not the banks, not the merchants, or the politicians. So, Maxim did what Valians do best. Maxim plotted his revenge. They say he prayed to Scan, the effigy, god of rebellion and defiance, to ask for a blessing. And Scan answered.
That's an
Take
interesting
their best and brightest, their heirs, their scholars, their futures, to the far side of the world, never to return. And Maxim did just that. He gathered a following and left the Valian republics, giving thanks to his dark god.
Gan does not typically favor those of noble birth.
I've heard it said that he favors anyone with an axe to grind, but never for long. Or maybe his blessing was really a curse. Who can say? Spirento was full of Animancers, many of them in debt, and Maxim was a wealthy patron. They needed each other. So the Animancers followed Maxim all the way out here, including my parents, Quilici, and others around town. At the time, this place was an Animancer's dream. No oversight, limited government, and soil rich with essence. 40 years later, Maxim vanished. They say the effigy came to collect his soul.
Nonsense,
of course.
Is it?
And now, Maxim Vidaro's great achievement is a smoldering ruin.
Thank you for the story.
Thanks for listening. We should do this again.
I love a good ghost story. Just not the dreams I have afterwards.
Hadn't heard all that before. Probably a lesson or two in there.
One of these days you'll have to tell me an Adelan ghost story. You learn a lot about people by what scares them.
You must know some local gossip.
Look around. My home was destroyed, and the land is dying all around us. What more is there to say?
You have a point. I definitely should have asked you all this before we went to Naku Tedek. Sorry about her.
What are you so curious about?
Wow, that's a lot of options. What do you think of the others?
Anyone in particular? I warn you, I'm not the best judge of first impressions. Kai is a useful fellow. We need people like him to keep you grounded. Just not too grounded. On the surface, Kai is all charm and confidence. You feel good knowing he's around. But there's something deeper. Something in his core that he guards from everyone. Maybe even himself.
What makes you think so?
Kai wears his confidence like a mask. We all do. No one wants to project their frailties. But in his case, hiding behind it amplifies his better qualities. So I say, let him have his mask. If there's another side to him, he'll show us when he's good and ready. No need to rush a natural process.
Well, Marius.
Marius is working through something. An old wound that hasn't healed. A search for forgiveness? Who knows? He's a tough fellow, but I wouldn't put too much pressure on him.
What kind of pressure?
Good question. Mental and emotional pressure, specifically. Marius could hunt the great western stag if he set his mind to it, but his own feelings elude him. When he wants to find himself, give him room to do so, but don't push him. Just be there to catch him.
What about me?
We haven't been together long, but I think I have you figured out.
Really?
In Paradise, you handed your killer to the Steel Garrote. Much like tossing meat to a pack of wolves. You helped Fior Messiverno through an awful time. We did our best. No one will forget that. Of course, all I know is what you've done. You may not think these choices reflect who you are. At the end of the day, you shouldn't care what anyone thinks. All that matters is how you see yourself. I've spilled all the gossip I know.
No, I think there's certainly something. I think there's certainly something to be said about paying attention to what people think of you. Or else you may not notice when you become a monster. What happened? That might be a bit soon for that. That's enough for now.
Until next time.
Oh, she's got another.
Thank you again for letting me join you. An Animancer never misses an opportunity to embrace the unknown. Still, being an Animancer feels different without Fior Messiverno. If only you could have seen the city in brighter times. What a loss.
What did you enjoy the most?
Not feeling like my potential was only limited by my imagination. I'd like to have that back. At least now I have a place I can call my own.
Later. I remind myself to ask her about herself later. Welcome to stay as long as you'll have us.
Good, because I have a lot of research to do. And this could take a while. It's a shame we had to meet under these circumstances. Plague, war, maybe the end of the living lands.
We're going to fix this island together.
I can't wait to find out how. I enjoy seeing the world through your eyes. Despite everything that's happened, you always know where to find hope. Keep it that way. Pleasant dreams.
Nope, she's still got another one.
I can't believe it. Ranger Dorso, a traitor to Fior Mesiverno. Shame we had to kill her. But at least now she can't hurt anyone else. The damage is contained, more or less.
You set an example. That's about, well, not that it made much difference in the end.
Indeed. We took one piece off the game board, but the hand that moved it remains. Still, it's a shame. Dorso gave up on the dream of Fior Mesiverno. Blamed Animancers for the problems we tried to solve. And I hate to see anyone lose hope. That's all for now. Let me know if there's anything else. If I must.
Well,
I hope... Between the two of us, thank you for helping Yatsli reach that vase. Maybe it seems like nothing to you, but to her it's everything. When you consider how many Orlans and dwarves there are, it's outrageous that we build so high off the ground.
Most people ask for more complicated favors than reach a high shelf.
If only all of our adventures were that straightforward. Don't let her size fool you. On the inside, Yatsli stands as tall as a mountain. One of these days she's going to change the world, shake things up. And I'll be at her side, grinning like a fool. Anyway, thanks again.
Alright. Any
Not
more?
before I've done some reading.
Okay. Here we are.
Did they not glow in the light? Her parents, her sentinels. To grow and flourish still, life without rot, form without death.
You call that life? I doubt Giatta thinks her parents are still alive in any way that matters to her.
The lake dries. Prune the bellflowers. Why should anything wilt? Endless spring. They breathe. They flower. They will never fade.
Somehow I don't think they agreed to this.
They sing in peace. Was it not worth the change?
No. We can't decide for others. We should always have a choice.
Do we not? The bear would have spent its days in the wood. They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shells.
You disgust me. Let me sleep.
Even the darkest evening clouds part with the morning mist. Sleep now. Dream of beauty and new life. We will speak soon.
I wonder... A very big game in my life was Morrowind. And I wonder if this gives us the experience of being one of the dreamers. Imagine, because that's a similar thing, right? It was they were sleeping, and in their sleep there was a mad god whispering to them. A mad god causing a horrible disease. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. We've got, we've got what seems to be a mad god. trying to create its ideal, while not quite realizing that its ideal fucks up everyone and everything involved. We gotta get to the embassy. I have to talk to Hilligard. I have to report to him about what happened. He needs to hear it from someone else.
Look now upon the fate of those that oppose the Burn Queen's justice. Death!
Don't bother. I already know what you're going to say. I did everything in my power to save Fior Messiverno, but even diplomacy has its limits.
What I'm hearing is that you failed.
In a way, I have. May I speak frankly? I came here with the understanding that Adir would spread its influence through cooperation and mutual interest. Inquisitor Ludwig, and apparently our Emperor, had something very different in mind. We may question their wisdom, but we cannot question our commitment to the Empire.
I believe the Emperor sent me. How do you expect me to do my job if I don't know all the facts?
Trust me, it was never my intention to make our work more difficult than it already is.
Aren't you going to introduce us?
You must be the Animancer I've heard so much about. Every bit as outspoken as your reputation. Ambassador Falshin Heelguard, welcome to our modest embassy.
After what your soldiers did to Fior Messiverno, I ought to rip the soul from your body.
You have every right to your rage. Believe me, I would have stopped it if I could.
Enough of your lies. You are nothing more than a spider, hiding in the safety of your web.
Why is spider a term? Why? This isn't unique to their world. I understand what a spider is. I live in this world.
If only it were that simple. Envoy, need I remind you that traveling with an Animancer could be hazardous to your life, your very soul.
Benefits outweigh the risks. I know what I'm doing.
See that you do. But enough about unpleasant matters. Will there be anything else?
You've seen what they did to Igwolf.
How could I avoid it?
That's true.
If I may be blunt, a corpse hanging outside my office symbolizes everything I hate about the Steel Garrote. While I forge alliances, build trust, and solidify our place on this island, they're butchering people in our name. At least Inquisitor Ludwig got what she wanted. That's what matters, right?
No.
Envoy, a pleasure as always.
Very disappointed to hear that he is not surprised about that happening. Shrine to Wodica right there. Okay, well, you know. I can do it. I can do that real quick. I can grab that. If it's just gonna so clearly tell me where it is. Giatta has something to say again. Wow, is this close to this place? I remember this. Oh my god, it's literally right there. I went all the way around it. No, it's not this.
If anyone can get away with looting a temple, it's a god.
Well met. Feel free to partake of Wodica's favor. Welcome. Please stay a while. May the Burned Queen watch over you.
Tell your burned queen to stay the fuck away from us.
Pray she never hears you. Wodica forgets little. Come to pay your respects at the shrine, envoy?
I'm an Imperial envoy. It's my job to learn the way of the land.
Praise you. I was hoping the Emperor would send more hands to help. These lands are in dire need of order. Just look at the state of this shrine. To show fealty to Wodica is to show fealty to our homeland. Without the patron of justice and oaths, there is no Adir. A shrine in this state does not befit a god of her stature. But one of her totems still rests here. It must still be a sacred place.
What's so special about this totem?
Totems like these are relics from a bygone era. There are legends about how the gods imbued them with their own essence. Can you imagine holding something like this in your hands? Alas, this one is a fragment of what it once was. What I would give to see what power it held. Fortunately, my commander agreed to let me take charge of restoring both the shrine and the totem. I've been posted here ever since.
How's the restoration progressing?
Painstakingly. We don't have the right materials to rebuild the shrine, so we have to make do. I've asked for more supplies. Hopefully the quartermaster won't be foolish enough to refuse. The Burned Queen deserves everything from us. The sky, and the land, and the heads of her enemies. Of course. Goodbye. Wait! You have an important mission, envoy. Before you go, take the totem on the altar with you.
Well,
I feel you should have it. Perhaps it will grant you the Burned Queen's grace on your journey. I will await its return.
Well, alright then. I was gonna be like, are they gonna be mad at me for taking it?
Bet that was part of something once.
We've explored basically everything that has a name except Andra's Reach and the Catch. I'm curious. Let's just quickly pop by the Catch. Because I don't know about Andra's Reach is like a region almost, you know? It's like a beach. Like, I don't know if that counts as a location, but the Catch is like a specific location, so maybe somewhere on here is one of the pieces of that totem. I mean, the first piece we found was like in a bird's nest, wasn't it? I guess these things could be anywhere though. There could be one over at Wander's Reach too. I just don't want to go too ham with the exploring of... lower level area. Oh yeah! Arcanist gloves. Hmm. That's where that noise is coming from. Feels wrong to be sailing north around Roti's eastern coast for all our lives. Those of our parents and grandparents. Andres Mortar has been an impassable obstacle. With the storm gone, new routes can open. Though the area is still unexplored, sailing through here will not be safe. We have no choice. The smugglers we're tracking can do it. So can we, if nothing else. This will certainly be a tale worth telling my return of the Republic. Isn't that the captain?
Hey, this is all. This is half of what they gave last month.
Isn't that the sailor that was tracking those peoples that I then murdered? Tried to negotiate with her and she was not having it. He was like, sounds like you want me to not kill everyone. I will respond to that by killing you.
A new arrival? Good! Maybe you can help us settle a disagreement.
Go on.
I say the Valian galleon is the best ship on the seas, while this uncultured swine champions the raw Italian junk.
My parents came here on a Valian ship. I can attest to their durability, if nothing else.
Junk can hold more cannons, more deckhands, and more crew.
Tack's better, too. A junk could outrun a galleon any day.
I accidentally...
The galleon has a stronger hull.
At the cost of its sails, which fall apart in a light breeze.
You see our predicament?
Look. I accidentally have the best people for this dispute to each talk about it. Superior durability makes it the better ship? Sure.
Indeed it does. And nothing cuts the waves with more style than Valian engineering.
That's all I really care
Any
about.
Animancer will tell you that style is as important as functionality.
Hey, that shows what you both know. But I'll hold my tongue until we can put your claim to the test.
Some people will never learn. Thank you, Envoy. Here, buy your trouble.
Wow, I got money for saying that I
Everyone's
think
entitled to
galleons
their
are fucking, like,
even if they're wrong.
cool looking. I'm glad that Kai is also on that dude's side, too, instead of just being like a sycophant. He's like, fuck you, man! My people make way better ships. And that is exactly how he should talk to his friend. With such a lighthearted disagreement. above me. Even further up. How do we get up? More. This way. Yes. Yes. Storeroom key. Damn, I saw that. Endurance make mead and it gives perception and essence. Neat. Also, I've grown tired of the lack of respect from this ragtag militia. I know many of you feel the same. Perhaps with the key to their precious storeroom missing, they'll learn some damned humility. So where's that go? We-ah! So where's the storeroom? Book is clearly been read often, lettering on its spine is faded and the page is afraid. One page in particular is dog-eared. The book opens to it naturally, almost as expected you to navigate here specifically. An excerpt from this page catches your eye. It was dark as Mequin hurried across palace grounds to royal stables. Court had adjourned for the evening. The sun had retreated below the horizon hours ago. The hood of her cloak was pulled up tight over her head, concealing her features. Turning a corner, the Mequin's heart skipped a beat in her chest as she spied a pair of patrolling royal guards headed straight for her. She quickly ducked back out of sight, pushed herself up against the wall, breath held and heart threatening to burn straight out of her chest. Whether it was thanks to the guards' obliviousness, the Mequin's quick thinking, or just sheer luck, the pair walked right past the spot where their queen hid. Only after the guards were nearly out of sight did the Mequin release her breath with a shudder. When she had regained her composure, the Mequin crossed the remainder of the grounds to the royal stables. As she stepped inside, she felt a tightness in her chest as she laid eyes once more upon the Emperor's master of horses. Her olive skin and almond eyes betrayed her Natlan heritage, and her wavy black hair cascaded down her back. When she spoke, her voice was low and husky. "Do not run into any trouble on your way here, I hope." Mequin's only reply was to hasten over to her paramour and throw her arms around her. There she stood, with her lover in her arms, for an eternity that was over all too quickly. Releasing a contented breath, the Mequin looked up to lock eyes with the master of horses. "No, no trouble. Though you know I would defy the gods themselves to be here with you, Kestali." Kestali let out one of those low chuckles that the Mequin had come to find so endearing. "I know, darling, I know." She whispered, eagerly pulling the Mequin with her to her bedchambers. "You must be sweltering in that cloak. Let's get you out of it." Man, there's a lot of steamy love stories around this island. Okay, there's this storeroom. Hello. No, this doesn't seem to be the door I can open. What about this?
There it is again.
Get a hold of yourself.
There it is.
Right?
There is. I heard it stirring.
It's probably your stomach.
It's not. They've got things here that even Well wouldn't dream about. I'm not taking any chances. Unless you found the missing key, I can't really talk right now. No, no. No, no.
Man, is there really like no quests here? It's kind of crazy. This place seems like it's actually pretty decent size. Aha!
Seen, unheard.
That'll show him.
That's the shit that person upstairs was talking about. Ow. Hey. Giatta.
Come on! Come on!
Thank you. That's really convenient. Hi.
Thought you were. I didn't know what you were.
There were ghosts down there. Slowly regenerate health while walking. That's neat. Hi.
Welcome, Adirin. Something you need?
Alright, whatever. There's a little island here? Maybe that has what I'm looking for.
We make a good squad.
Look, I agree. I agree, Kai. But you had nothing to do with that at all. I just came up and vaporized a handful of beetles with a single low-level spell. Ah, this is where that one person was. Where I got my pistol. That's cool, having that ship be like a part of the whole thing there. Hello!
And roll!
and rock!
Right then. Phew. I keep thinking, alright, time to just pop on back to the other zone, but then I keep finding something I haven't seen before that could be. Hello!
Let's finish this.
Take worth and roll!
Seal mess me.
Another soul for the weak.
Thank you. Ah, Steel Garrote gauntlets. Not a Mordecai Shrine piece like I was hoping, but something yellow.
Seal mess mito.
Alright, whatever. Back to Emerald Stair, and then from Emerald Stair, we gotta go to where Thirdborn is, but I am 3.5 hours in.
Whatever's grown over that Adra doesn't look natural.
Up there, huh? Alright, then I guess this is where we want to go. Attacks on unaware enemies receive a damage bonus. Neat. I don't think I knew that. So Giatta has a new thing to say. Ow. Let me break down all those common things I found. Boop. 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 Yeah, we'll do Steel Garrote gloves too. Carry efficiency and stamina. Okay, yeah, that's great for a warrior. I didn't like the sound of
Oh, nothing. Oh, my apologies, my friend. Is there any chance we've met before? I seem to have forgotten, well, everything.
Maguccio? It's me, Giatta. Do you know where you are?
I have no idea where, or even who I am. I just came out here with no memory whatsoever.
I've seen him absent-minded before, but never like this.
You've been involved in an animantic experience at any point?
I have noticed a lot of animancy going on around here, so it's very likely.
I see.
I'm afraid that may be my only option. Thank you so much for your time.
Very polite. And unconcerned. Set up the camp.
Do you feel that? Reminds me of a storm gathering power on the horizon.
Did that artifact get warmer, or am I imagining it?
That's 3. It's definitely getting fired up now.
Activating.
Let me think.
Okay, activating a companion ability increases your damage for 5 seconds. +2 intellect, +2 resolve. Very good. Second wind casts Ring of Fire. Firing companion grants rapid health and essence regeneration.
Have you ever been to the Valian Republics?
A couple of times. Plenty of mercenary contracts out there. What about you? That's where your people came from before they founded Fior.
I've never even left the island before. The Republics are said to be innovators in arts, government, and animancy, but also corruption.
That's probably why there's so much work for people like me.
One day, I would very much like to visit, if only to understand why my people left. Don't take this the wrong way, but your friend the ambassador, he's an asshole.
It was extremely rude to you, I'm sorry.
You aren't the one who should apologize. What is it about authorities? No modesty, no humility, and barely any regard for others.
You showed a little respect, you get some in return? No. He was uncalled for, but I think he's reminding her of Ignacio Vidaro.
More ways than one. Does that kind of power appeal to you? Would you lord over this island as the ambassador does?
I don't know, I'm just an envoy.
You're a lot of things, and many of them are rather impressive.
Why, thank you.
Well, I've kept you as a captive audience long enough. If there's anything else, just let me know. Until next time.
All right. This is a little flute. Man, Giatta's art makes you look like a gremlin in that thing. I don't know why. All right, so that's probably a good spot to stop. Getting ready to head on out to Thirdborn. Do I have other quests other than? Yes. Shit, how do I turn those in now? No, let me turn those in real fast. What's 2 more minutes? I totally forgot to turn in all those bounties. That should have been like near the start of the episode. But I guess I can turn them all in here at the little refugee camp. I mean, really, I just need the XP.
Can you believe it? One day, those Steel Garrote pigs will pay for their crime. As will the rest of the adherents.
That first group,
Though,
sure.
Not you, godlike. You are one of the better ones, or so I'm told.
Gonna need
Now
you to
to
not
business.
try to murder
Are
all
you here
of
to
them.
collect the bounty? Who's Giatta,
Steel
my
Garrote,
recording?
though.
Impressive. I wonder if my theory about her is correct.
Couldn't tell you.
Of course. Forgive me, sometimes my enthusiasm carries me away. If only we could find a way to coexist with them. But I suppose it is in their nature to oppose innovation. Huh? Nature?
Leave wordplay to the chanters, and don't give up your day job.
From the depths of my soul, I thank you. May their poor souls find peace in their rest. Good. Outlaws living off the hard work of others deserve nothing less. I see. Then the other bounty hunters did not fare so well. I am glad at least to know of their fate. Perfetto! That's all of them!
Glad I was able to help.
As am I. Without Fior's walls to shelter us, it's nice to know that the wilds are a bit safer thanks to you. Oh, please take this. It's from my personal collection of essence-infused oddities. I have a feeling you will find it of more use than I would.
Tree of Life. Ah, shield. Slowly regenerate up to 30% of your maximum health. Minus 15% incoming fire, frost, and shock damage. It's a very pretty shield.
Seems like a lifetime ago I was worried about the harvest. Now look at us.
Ooh. I don't hate that. But I just wished to sell that. Okay. There. I'll stop here instead. Let's... You done?
You heard Vidal. The settlement is done for.
This settlement is our home. I can't believe you're ready to abandon it.
Yeah, we'll stop here instead. Alright, well, thank you for hanging out with me. it was another interesting development of the story. So we will see where it goes from there. To next zone, Shatterscarp, I think they said? Desert Place. We'll go there soon. Looks like we have one side quest to knock out before that. We got that shrine also, which was much faster than I realized. I already had a lot of pieces to it as well. Anyways, see you next time. Goodbye.